Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with some 5v5 Grand Arena Championship action. We're in round 2. This is season 11, and this is my opponent. Put down some fairly standard stuff on defense, nothing too crazy. You see he does have his Galactic Legend Ray down there on the bottom. Let me show you what he's got up top. Like I said, nothing too crazy, just standard Night Sisters, a basic Grievous separatist team with the droids, and a crew first order team. And then down here on the bottom, this is where we're going to start off first. And it is Rey, and he's just got resistance, but he's got Zalbar in there, so double tank. And then a newt team with Nest down there. So what we'll do is jump right into it. I put both of my Galactic Legends on defense this round. So I'll be using my Jedi counter and praying that it works. I really did want to try Darth Vader, but I had no guarantee that I was going to be able to pull it off against double tanks. So I went with Jedi, but still a lead, going after Rey, trying to power up gas, get him all the buffs and damage and everything, and be able to take her out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's one of the frustrating things. It's hard to gauge when she's going to hit that damage immunity. So right now I'm going through the steps. It's the team that Clash told everybody about, the Luke Nukem. So that's the one I'm trying. And I did some damage on Rey. She's not in the immunity yet, but I think I did end up getting her a little bit too low. Right there, he did an extra hit on her, and this is supposed to kill her. And it does not. It sent her into damage immunity. She did a whirlwind. Luckily, nobody died. So we're good there. Now I just got to pray to God I can make it back around to gas before she goes into an ultimate mode. And I do. And here we go. We'll use his third ability. And still nothing. You know what I mean? She's still alive. Like, she hasn't died. So I got to take her out. Thankfully, Luke is there as a strong number 2. And he was able to get the job done, finish her off. So that's always great. That's the good thing about that team. It is an expensive team to run, but you have Gas as your main damage dealer, and then Jedi Knight Luke as the secondary. And whenever Gas dies, which happens sometimes, Luke can kind of step up to the plate, and you still have a chance to take Rey out. So that's what I was able to do, and then he was able to stun the team. Now, believe it or not, it's still pretty difficult, even though it seems like, oh yeah, this is easy, you got Rey down, it's a win. You still got to worry about killing everybody else and getting through their damage immunity before you time out. I mean, that is a very real thing that happens, is some people will time out trying to grind these guys down and get out of the damage immunity. And he's got 2 tanks there, so look at that. I just lost my gas. Once they toss that inspired around and get the damage going, Poe just knocked him out. So now is what I was talking about. You fall back on your Jedi Knight Luke, and he's got to be the main damage dealer. Thankfully, my Revan is also modded for some decent damage, but nothing like the 2 heavy hitters. So now I got to worry about Luke and have him kind of do all the work. And right now, I'm just trying to get out as many as I can in case I have to clean it up with another battle. I don't really want to because, like I said, it paid a heavy price to be able to use this team. You're destroying your Revan team, your Gas team. I mean, lots of good characters here. So I really want to get it all down just in one. Working on taking out Zalbar. If I can get him out of the way, should be a little bit easier. Still got to get through damage immunity. And I've got lifeblood to worry about on Poe. Got a minute and change left. Thankfully, I got rid of Holdo and just put it on auto. Figure the auto will do a decent enough job of going in there pretty fast and getting them down. So there we go. I didn't want to risk timing out. That was it. My counter worked. It was a one-shot this time. So I'm pretty pleased with that. 56 banners too, nothing too shabby. Now I'm going to go after his newt team, that way I can open up the back and see what he's hiding back there. And so I saved my geos for that, since a lot of people are still running newt teams. These work very, very well, especially since I started taking them to Relic 7. I've got 3 of them at Relic 7. Poggle's like Relic 5, and I think Sunfac is Relic 4. So they can definitely put out some damage now. I highly recommend it. Unless you're my opponent, then feel free to keep yours at, 2 and 3 and all that. Because these guys can really do it. And I kind of hate using them, or I hated using them to begin with, but I'm really starting to like it. Still don't know what all these moves do, but you can just see how I'm erasing this team just one by one. And Spy's big hit took out Nest like nothing. And now I'm just working on cleaning up this newt. He's got 1 death down, got 1 more to go. And that's it. I mean, it's so quick. Good night. 59 banners for that team. So that gets me through to the next zone. And nothing too bad back there. Look, he's got a mothma team, but she's low. And then he's got some just Bosk bounty hunters. So I pretty much know what I'm going to do for these. I've got decent firepower left. I guess that's the only bad thing about putting Galactic Legends on defense, is that then you have to keep a lot of firepower for counter teams in case your main counter fails. You got to try and use a backup. And I don't know if my opponent's going to put both of his. So far, they haven't. But let's go up top. These are pretty standard teams. If I can get through these, then I'll have some good teams left to blow in the back zone and see just how good I can do. So he's got Night Sisters up there, Grievous, and then the crew First Order. And it doesn't have Hux on it, which is a plus. But we'll start off by going after the Grievous team, because I'm going to use my own Night Sisters on that. And if they work, then that's great. Then I don't have to waste a good team on them. If they don't, then I got to burn something good and rearrange my plan. So that's what we're going to do. Let's start off with Grievous. Okay, here we go. You guys have seen this plenty of times. There's not too much of a wrong way to do it. Long as you got a decent relic DACA, and mine's Relic 7, modded for health, crit avoidance arrow. That's the way she should be. I mean, it would be nice if my other Night Sisters were built to match. Relic 7s would be great. They are only like Relic 3, I think. Asajj, Spirit, Relic 3, Zombie 2. Zombie doesn't matter. I wish I had a G11 zombie, honestly. You want Zombie to just up and die a bunch of times really quickly and build up those stacks of, DACA's stacking health and Asajj's stacking offense and whatnot. So they get the job done. You can't really go after B2 straight away. You're kind of stuck going after Magna Guard. So that's what I'm doing. Trying to use the big hit on Spirit to get rid of that taunt. Now I can do a dog pile on B2 and just try and get him down. Look at that. Got him down into the red. And then B1 heals him up. It's like I almost had him down. I think if I would have put more relics on my Spirit and on my Asajj maybe, just a few more relic levels probably would have done it. Got the extra damage. But he's out of the picture. Now I can just start going to town, killing whoever. As long as Grievous doesn't stun DACA, we're good. So I can bring back everyone that's dead. Keep going after whoever's left. Throw some plague out there on the board. Trying to go after B1 when I get the chance, just to get stacks down. And keep working on him. But I got a shot at Droidica now that I dispelled that damage immunity. So we're going to take some shots there as well. It really doesn't matter what order you kill them in. You just got to keep as many targets alive as you can. That way Grievous will go after them versus going after DACA. And now that it's a lone Grievous, try and bring everybody back. And when you don't have everybody back, you got to use basics to make sure they revive when you kill Grievous at least. But I do, so now I just got to get everybody to full health. And there we go. Kill Grievous, everybody at full health, 55 banners. Now we're going to take out the enemy Night Sister team, and for that I'm going to use my Padme. I think that this has been working probably the best. Maybe I would trust my M Troopers if I had a little bit more relics there and they were a little bit faster. I've had to rob some of the good mods off of them. But for right now, Padme seems to work really well. As long as you've got your Barriss in there and she's plenty healthy, she'll be able to heal up, keep that plague off you. Having Grandmaster Yoda in there is pretty nice since he happens to be a leftover Jedi. You don't need him for the Jedi counter to Rey or to Kylo for that matter. So he's leftover. I might as well put him to use. So I just go ahead and drop him in there with Padme. And that way he's got all the extra specials. You know, his splash, his big hit, his spread the buffs around. And all that stuff will call Ahsoka to assist. So every time he does that, that's a chance to not taunt off zombie. So that's kind of a good reason to keep him in there. And he can just spread foresight and tenacity up. You know, things like that are pretty helpful, I'd say. Look, took out Daka. Only thing you got to worry about, a lot of people that I've been coming up against have been running Talzin lead. Probably just because of the plague and the fact that they can revive a lot more. And so that's a bit annoying. You got to worry about that plague constantly and then them assisting from the grave. And I definitely don't want anybody to die. Otherwise, it's going to be more work for me. So I'm working on taking out Talzin now. Got her out. Now I can try and focus on Asajj just whenever I get the chance. You see they keep assisting from the grave. So it's tough. And Yoda, he doesn't really have a huge health pool. Got to watch out for that. So it's always a danger that, you know, he might die. Working on just trying to get Asajj out. If I can get her out, I'll be in really good shape. I've got GK over there doing his thing. He's a solid tank. So he's just doing what he's supposed to do. Just a giant punching bag. Go ahead and hit zombie. Kill her. Get rid of the taunt. Now I can take out Spirit. Let's go ahead and get a big hit with Yoda's basic. And there we go. Everybody's healthy as they're going to be. And I actually got a protection banner there. So 56 banners. Good stuff. Alright, the last team up top is his first order. This one, let me tell you right now, did not go well. I tried to mirror it with my own first order. I don't have another tank available though besides crew. I put Phasma in there, and I was faster, so I got the jump. I got to go first. Look at that. I used my stun. Stun is crew. I get to go with Executioner, so I'm trying to push turn meter back on OG Kylo. I've got his big hit to stun Phasma. So I'm stopping them from boosting turn meter and everything, but it just doesn't seem to work. Like, look at that. They landed healing immunity on my crew already. Maybe I gotta fix that. Maybe he needs some tenacity mods or something. Because he's got healing immunity, which means every time he's taking damage, he's not healing from getting all the status effects, which is his biggest thing that makes him, you know, super annoying. Look at that. Now he's down into health and down into the red. And right here, I'm thinking about what move to do with Kylo. I don't want to get counterattacked because crew is taunting and he's in the red right now. So not good. Look at that. I lost him. And that's when things go downhill. It's like, man, I really wasn't expecting that I would have this much trouble against just a basic first order team. And he doesn't even have Hux in there or nothing. But I mean, I don't either. So I guess it just didn't work out that way. He's got a Stormtrooper in there along with his crew. So having that extra tank really helped him out. Whereas I didn't have that. And they're able to stun my Kylo there. So I can't feed more turn meter to the team. I can't use his hit for stun. I can't get healing immunity. I'm just trying to use Executioner the best that I can. To, you know, at this point, I'm just trying to take out whoever I can, which happens to be Stormtrooper, just because he's taunting and you're kind of stuck with trying to take him out. So I'm just like, let me get some hits in. Maybe I can take him out. But dang if he ain't tanky. That's probably a downside of everybody getting Supreme Leader Kylo is they've got great first order. So when they're on defense like this, you know, it's tough to get through unless you have certain teams. I don't want to burn anything too good on this. So I thought, okay, first order will get the job done, and that'll save me what I want to use in the back. And you can see that it didn't work out that way. So even though I get good battles like my GL counter and it works, I turn around and mess up over something stupid like first order. So that sucked. We're going to skip that team, go down to the bottom now, and think about what I'm going to do to kill that first order team. He's got bounty hunters and Mon Mothma here. So for bounty hunters, that's super easy. I'll just go ahead and throw in CLS and just shred these guys. Went ahead, stun Bosk, that way he can't get the taunt off. But it really doesn't matter because this whole team is solid relics. Even my R2 is like relic 6. So he's boosting up everybody's stats that are doing some really heavy damage. I'm just trying to spread the stuns around. That way I can control the team and try to, you know, recoup some banners. Even though I don't think this will turn out to be a banner match. I know some people like the high efficiency. I really would much rather put down a heavier defense and just worry about clearing my opponent than worry about nitpicking banners. So I just want to be able to clear this team, and then hopefully my opponent will struggle when it's his turn. But I am kind of pissed that I dropped a battle. I didn't want to give him any open doors, any kind of wiggle room, you know, to try and beat me. And he did end up attacking, and so while I was making this video, I took a screenshot. So I'll be able to show you kind of what the final score turned out to be and talk a little bit about that. But back to his bounty hunters, you can see I went through and shredded them no problem. So CLS did their job, 60 banners there. Now we're going to move on to that Mon Mothma. So since I have it, and I didn't have to waste it on, like I said, the Darth Vader counter to Rey, where you waste your, you know, your Treya and everything. I have her here. I'm going to go ahead and use her. So the good thing you can do is use Isolate and Annihilate. Those are pretty much the two biggest tools you need from this team. Mine are Relic 7. Maybe you've heard me say that before. My Dooku's Relic 7. My Sith Trooper there, the tank, it was only gear 12. I think that's why he died pretty easily. But his job was just to be a punching bag and allow me some time to get going. And then once I get going, I should be okay. But the thing you got to worry about with this team is there's so many variants that your opponent can put down. And on this one, he's got C-3PO in there. All those exposes hurt. Every time you see my characters getting exposed, it's taking that extra health damage off of them. I mean, those things add up, and they do multiple hits. All those hits causing exposes and then popping the exposes. I mean, that's decent damage. They don't really hit that much on their own, but with all the exposes, it hurts. So now I'm just, what happened here was my recording cut out for some reason. I didn't catch it. So I didn't lose this match, but I lost the footage for the rest of this battle. And then when I went back and cleaned up the top, that crew first order team, I used, it was EP and Darth Vader. I think it was EP lead Darth Vader, Thrawn or something. But it was just my Empire Darth Vader team. And I beat that crew team. And then I realized, hey, what happened? My recording dropped off. So in exchange for that lost footage, I'll go ahead, I suppose, and include the fleet battle. Because so many people bring it up to me and they're like, and you never put your fleet battle in. And some of my guild mates in my new guild that I just joined, you know, about a month ago, they're like, oh, I'm a fan, I watch your videos, but you never do your fleet battles. Like, I record them all, honestly. I just chop them out because they're so boring. I can't even stand to, like, comment. I'm not going to tell you, oh, we do this move here and do this. Look, you press this button, you bring in reinforcements. The only thing I know about fighting malevolence is my guild tells me that I should bring in Plo as the first reinforcement, and it gets rid of all the red debuffs and what do you call them, buzz droids and crap. So you get rid of all that junk by bringing in Plo, and then after that, it seems like you win pretty easily. So that's all I'm trying to do. For some reason, they like to go after Plo, and that's good. I don't care. Kill him. Once I bring him in, he's done his job. His whole purpose is the reinforcement ability. After that, I don't even care if he dies. I'm bringing in 5s, got some target lock. So just trying to kill stuff. What am I doing? Going after Hyena Bomber, and then he's got one of them Geo ships in. I don't know how you guys know to tell what's what. Well, like, I can't tell till I actually click on it whose it is. But it was Spy, and I killed him. And then you just send in some bombers. I don't know. Everything's dying, so I think I'm making progress. Just got to keep going after this Hyena Bomber. And then after I get him down, pretty much the other little ships just disappear. So I'm almost there. And look at that. I'll just go ahead and do that thing. And there you go. That's it. That's how fleet goes. And that's how it goes in my head when I describe it too. 59 banners. Done with that mess. So I'm pretty happy with that. Not the best showing since I lost that one. But then my opponent started attacking like a little bit after I went. So 1891. And then he went and look at that. 1841. 50 banner difference. So he really did struggle on my defense. But he did full clear me. So props to him. I thought it was decently tough. And he was able to knock it out. So that's a victory for round 2. We'll see you guys next round in the finals. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.